welcome back to the Crafty Puerto Rican. My name is Juana Luisa. For those who are new, welcome. So guess what? It's time for me to change the needles on my Ricoma embroidery machine. This is the EM1010 Ricoma embroidery multi-needle machine. So it's time for me to change the needles. So I started the process of changing the needle, and I went into an issue, but I wasn't sure on how to do it, because the videos that were on the training and some videos that are on YouTube, they have the prior model of the EM1010, which has some regular screws into it. So I'm thinking you just use a screwdriver, but this one has like a hole in it, and they provide you with the Allen wrench to do it. But for some reason, it was not working for me. It kept going around. So I reached Ricoma. I had a tech calling me, and we did a video chat, and he showed me how to do it the right way. So I'm going to show you the way to change the needle the right way for this machine, okay? So follow me. So Ricoma do provide you with needles. Actually, they provide you with everything you need for the change. They provide you with a set of Allen wrench right here. Okay, and the one you're gonna use is the one that is next to the last. So this one is the last one, and this one goes here. So it's the next to the last. Okay. And if you see this one, it has like a little round nut at the end. And then it has this part in here, which it has like a flat end. This is the part you're gonna use to loosen the needle. You're not gonna start with this. You might use this at the end of the process, but you're not gonna do it in the beginning of the process. Because if you use this, what you're gonna do is you're gonna scrape the hole around, and you're gonna mess up the piece. But start with this part. And I'm telling you, this is a way that the Ricoma Tech show me the right process to do it. Okay, all right. So also they provide you with all kind of needles. It came with all these needles comes with the machine. So these are trays. Each tray has 10 needles. It comes with the 7511 regular or sharp needle, and it also comes with some 7511 ball points, and it also comes with some 65-9 ball points or sharp. So you have plenty of needles for all the uses that you need for your embroidery, which I don't have to worry about buying needles for a while. And these ones are very good embroidery needles. I like them a lot. For my brother, SC1900, I've been using organ needles, and they are a different style for that machine. It doesn't fit this machine. And I didn't even bother to try to find the organ needles for the Ricoma, because I have plenty of needles. I guess when I'm done with this one, then I might consider the organ needles. But this one worked fine, people. I really like them. And I found out they sell them at Amazon, and they also sell them at Madeira. You know, Madeira Threads company, they also sell these needles. So I have plenty of places to get it. Okay. So we're going to go to the process. I already changed with him numbers 1 and number 6, because those were the ones that were giving me trouble. They were going, I was getting a lot of thread break messages. And then, so I did those with him, but I decided to hold to the process so I can share how to do it in my machine. Okay, so let's go to it. So if you see right here, this is where the hole I was talking about I was showing you this right here. This is where the Allen wrench is gonna go through. It's difficult for me to do it. I'm gonna do it right here. All right, and that's where it's gonna go. You have to put it in there, and it's gonna be all the way in. When you do it, you have to do it like all the way in. I'm watching at the screen on the camera. It's hard to point when you're watching the camera, but I just want to show you. Yes, the opposite movement. You're gonna put it in here, and it's gonna go. It has to go all the way in. All right. And then what you're gonna, I'm not gonna do it right now, right? Because I need to be more closer to the machine. So I want you to know where the Allen wrench is gonna go. And you only need to turn it to loosen it up Don't do it too much, because if you unscrew it too much, the whole piece is gonna drop. You don't want that. You only want to loosen a little bit to take off the needle. And you're gonna do, of course, left to the left, because that's the way you loosen it up. So you have to do it to the left, okay? So I'm gonna move the camera a little bit back so I can reach properly and I can show you how to do it. So let me just take off these threads. Like I said, I already changed number 6 and number 1. And one thing that I wanted to show you also. The needle, the way these needles are, because they don't have a flat back like my SE 1900 has a round front, and then the back of the needle, of the body of the needle, is flat. So this one is not going to be flat. This is completely rounded. So the way you're going to know which way it goes is this way. Let me show you. I'm pulling one out of the tray. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, let me see if I can focus a little bit. So this part right here in this needle, I'm trying to get it. Okay, that's better. This part right here, you see how it's completely rounded. It's not like the one, at least on my sewing machine and machines and on the embroidery machine, they're flat in the back. This is not flat. This is completely rounded. And the way you're gonna know which way it goes to the back and to the front, if you notice in the front, it has a groove going all the way from the, what they call it, the body, the shaft, which is on the top, all the way down this groove in the front, right? And then if you go in the back, you're gonna see sideways, you're gonna see a little hook in here, it's like dented. That dented part in here that you see, trying to figure out where this dented part in here, that is what goes in the back, facing the machine. This front goes facing you. You see the groove? I hope you can see it, because I can see it, but it's very important that this hole is completely facing you, that it's not a little bit sideways, this way or this way. Because if you put it that way, it's not gonna embroider. You have to have a clear vision of the hole, of the needle hole. You see? That's very important, all right? So remember, the long line groove is gonna go to front of you, all right? Maybe if my fingers are kind of fat. So this part that has the groove in the front goes to front of you. This part that has the back, that little dent in here, you see it? It's dented. It's like a little piece missing in there. That is towards the back. All right? So, and yes, there's plenty of Ricoma video. I mean, there's a whole selection of videos. But for some reason, the videos that I found are on the prior model, which in this part, what it has a nice screw, and it's easy with a little screwdriver, you just unloose it. But this one is a hole. So I'm going to start the process in needle number 7, and I'm going to push a little bit, and let's see. Actually, people, it's needle number 8, 8, 9, 10, yeah, sorry. Sorry that my hand is on the way, but I need to grab make sure that everything is inside. Making sure that the whole thing is inside. And you see how it came out? I'm using my pliers to pull it out because my hands are slippery. If you have slippery hands, you can use a plier, and that's how I'm taking it out, okay? So now, I'm gonna replace it with a new needle, okay? I'm gonna make sure that, like I explained you before, the groove is in the front and the other part is in the back. The little, little notch. I just call it a notch. So, and you can use the pliers if you want for it to help you guide the needle in place. Make sure that it's all the way in and that is facing you. Okay, right now I see that it's all the way in and I can see the needle hole in front of me. You can turn it around if you're not sure, but it looks good to me right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna tighten it. So I'm gonna just screw it towards the right. Okay. And you feel when it's tight. You don't have to extremely doing it real tight, but I feel like it's enough right now. All right. So that's the process. It's not complicated, but for you to use the ending part that I was talking about, this little ball, you can use this if you want to fine tune it. I don't really need to fine tune it. I mean, if it's tight enough for me, so I'm not gonna do it anymore. It feels tight, and you don't want to scrape inside the hole because then you lose the whole thing. So that's the whole process, people. I hope this was helpful for you. I just want to make sure that you had at least a little bit video on how to change the needle on the Ricoma EM1010. I plan to release some other content this week, so be pending on that. And I will see you later. Like I always say, bye-bye, hasta luego.